One quiet afternoon in the bustling streets of Los Angeles, Johnny Depp walked unnoticed among the crowd. Dressed in his usual bohemian style, he blended in like any ordinary passerby. The actor had always enjoyed stepping out of the limelight now and then to experience life from a different perspective. But on this particular day, fate had other plans for him. As he strolled through the city, Johnny's attention was drawn to a small figure sitting on the curb. It was a little girl, no older than 6 or 7, surrounded by a few buckets, a watering can, and a couple of grocery bags. Her clothes were simple but neat, and her face wore an expression of quiet determination far beyond her years. Intrigued, Johnny stopped and crouched down beside her. "Hey there," he said gently, his voice warm and friendly. "What's all this for?" The girl looked up, her big brown eyes shimmering with a mix of shyness and pride. "I'm trying to help my mom," she said softly. "She works all the time, so I collect recyclables and help with groceries." Johnny was struck by her resilience. He could see she was just a child, yet she carried the weight of responsibility on her tiny shoulders. "That's very brave of you," he said, a smile tugging at the corner of his lips. "What's your name?" "Maria," she replied, gripping the handles of her plastic bags tightly. Moved by her courage, Johnny decided then and there that he would help Maria. "Come on," he said, standing up and extending his hand. "Let's make this a little easier." Maria hesitated for a moment, but then took his hand, and together they walked to a nearby store. Johnny picked out fresh fruits, vegetables, bread, milk, and a few treats. As they walked through the aisles, he listened to Maria talk about her mother's hard work and her own dreams of becoming a teacher one day. Her eyes sparkled with hope, and Johnny couldn't help but feel inspired by her determination. After paying for the groceries, Johnny suggested they grab something to eat. They stopped by a cozy diner, where Maria enjoyed a warm meal, her first of the day. Over burgers and fries, she opened up about her life. "My mom works at a restaurant, but she doesn't make much money," she said. "I want to help her so she doesn't have to work so hard." Johnny listened intently, his heart aching for the little girl's struggles, but also swelling with admiration for her strength. "You're an incredible kid, Maria," he said, "and I think you're going to do amazing things one day." When they finished eating, Johnny handed Maria the bags of groceries in a small envelope. "This is for you and your mom," he said. "Make sure she gets some rest, okay?" Maria's eyes widened as she took the envelope. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "You're so kind." Johnny knelt down to her level, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Sometimes we all need a little help," he said, "and when you can, make sure to help someone else too." As Maria walked away, the bags of food swinging in her hands and a radiant smile on her face, Johnny felt a deep sense of fulfillment. It was a small gesture for him, but he knew it would make a world of difference for Maria and her mother. But Johnny wasn't done. Over the next few days, he reached out to a few friends and arranged for Maria's family to receive financial assistance. He also ensured that Maria could attend a scholarship program to support her dream of becoming a teacher. The story doesn't end there. For Maria, life began to change in ways she could never have imagined. The groceries and envelope Johnny had given them were a lifeline. Inside the envelope was not only money to help pay their overdue bills, but also a handwritten note from Johnny that read, "Dear Maria, you are stronger and braver than most people I know. Never let go of your dreams, and always remember that you're capable of incredible things. If you ever need a friend, I'll be here. Warm regards, Johnny." Maria showed the letter to her mother, who burst into tears. For the first time in months, they felt a glimmer of hope. Maria's mother, Anna, worked tirelessly as a waitress, but often struggled to make ends meet. She had been working double shifts to pay off medical bills from an illness Maria had battled a year prior. Johnny's gesture was more than just kindness. It was a turning point. With the financial assistance Johnny arranged, Anna was able to reduce her work hours and spend more time with Maria. She even began taking evening classes to improve her own skills, inspired by her daughter's determination to learn. Meanwhile, Johnny stayed in touch. Occasionally, Maria and Anna would receive small packages, books for Maria to read, toys, and even a laptop to help with her studies. Every gesture came with a note of encouragement, reminding Maria that she was never alone. Years passed, and Maria grew into a bright, confident young woman. She excelled in school, earning top grades and participating in community projects to help other children in need. Johnny's words had stuck with her, fueling her desire to give back. She often volunteered at local shelters, tutoring younger kids and sharing her story of how a stranger's kindness had changed her life. When Maria turned 18, she received a surprise invitation in the mail. It was from Johnny, inviting her and her mother to a special dinner at one of his homes. Nervous but excited, they accepted. The evening was magical. Johnny welcomed them warmly, introducing them to his close friends and sharing stories of their journey together. During the dinner, Johnny made an announcement. "Maria, you've worked so hard and inspired so many people, including me. To support your dream of becoming a teacher, I've arranged a full scholarship for your college education. You deserve this and so much more." Maria was speechless. Tears streamed down her face as she hugged Johnny, thanking him over and over again. Her mother, too, was overwhelmed with gratitude. Maria went on to attend a prestigious university, where she studied education and graduated with honors. She became a teacher, just as she had always dreamed, and dedicated her life to helping children from underprivileged backgrounds. Her classroom was filled with laughter, creativity, and hope, a reflection of the kindness she had received. Johnny continued to follow her journey from afar, proud of the young woman she had become. One day, Maria invited him to her school to speak to her students. "They need to hear from someone who understands the power of believing in others," she said. Johnny agreed, and the visit was unforgettable. He spoke about kindness, resilience, and the importance of helping others. The students listened intently, inspired by both Maria's and Johnny's stories. Years later, Maria stood on a grand stage, this time delivering a commencement speech at her college graduation. In the audience, Johnny sat quietly, his signature hat pulled low over his face to avoid attention. As Maria spoke about the power of kindness and the importance of never giving up on your dreams, Johnny felt a swell of pride. For Maria, that one encounter had changed her life, and for Johnny, it was a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness could leave a lasting impact on the world. Maria's story became a beacon of hope for countless others, a testament to the idea that kindness, no matter how small, could transform lives. Maria's struggles before meeting Johnny. Maria's days were long and arduous. Every morning, she would wake up before dawn to collect cans and bottles to recycle. Her small hands were often blistered from carrying heavy bags, but she never complained. She knew her mother was working even harder, and she wanted to do her part to help. On weekends, Maria would help her neighbors with small chores in exchange for a few dollars. Though money was tight, she always made sure to save a little to surprise her mom with something small, like a flower or a piece of candy. At school, Maria's teachers noticed her dedication. Despite her circumstances, she was always eager to learn and help her classmates. But there were days when exhaustion caught up to her, and she'd struggle to stay awake in class. Her teachers would often send her home with extra snacks, knowing she might not have dinner waiting for her. Maria's mother, Anna, worked double shifts at a local diner, often coming home late at night. She'd find Maria fast asleep with her school book still open. Anna's heart ached for her daughter, but she felt powerless to change their situation. Every dollar she earned went toward rent, utilities, and paying off medical bills from Maria's previous illness. Yet through it all, Anna and Maria shared a bond of unwavering love and support. That day, as Johnny strolled through the streets, he was reflecting on his own life. Despite his fame and fortune, he often felt a sense of emptiness. Helping others had always brought him joy, and he was looking for ways to make a difference. When he saw Maria, he was instantly drawn to her determination and innocence. She reminded him of his own childhood struggles and the people who had helped him along the way. Dinner at Johnny's house marked a turning point, not just for Maria, but for her mother as well. Inspired by Johnny's generosity, Anna decided to pursue a certification in hospitality management. With Maria's encouragement, she began attending evening classes. Within a year, Anna was promoted to a managerial position at her restaurant, which brought stability to their lives. Maria's journey through college was filled with challenges, but she faced each one with resilience. She often wrote letters to Johnny, updating him on her progress and sharing her dreams. Johnny's replies were always filled with words of encouragement, reminding her to stay true to herself. When Maria became a teacher, she dedicated her career to children from low-income families. She created after-school programs, organized donation drives, and even started a scholarship fund in Johnny's name. Her story became an inspiration to many, and she was often invited to speak at events about the impact of kindness. Johnny continued to be a part of her life, attending her milestones quietly and cheering her on from the sidelines. Their bond remained strong, a testament to the idea that one act of kindness could create ripples that last a lifetime. Maria's story is a reminder that even in the darkest times, a single ray of light can change everything. For her, that light was Johnny Depp, a stranger who became a lifelong friend and mentor. And for Johnny, Maria was a reminder of the profound impact of compassion and the enduring power of hope.